where you've only met people from the first time. I think it goes for relationships as well. But I think once you have that trust with someone and you know that you all have your own best interests at heart, you know, if you can get the negative thoughts that I've never danced before, I don't know how to dance, if you can get that out of your head first, or at least if you can't get it out, you have to make a positive thing of it. And I think that maybe that's the only strategy. But each person is always different.
Everyone's really different, and that's what the beauty of the show is. But you do have to adjust your teaching styles to who you're with. One way of teaching may not work with the other person, and you may not be able to yell.
Right. Or just add margaritas.
Yeah,
that certainly worked for me.
Right down here in the front. Come on, our little pumpkin's right there. Yeah, you guys.
This is a question for Sabrina. What was your inspiration in dance?
For Sabrina?
What was my inspiration?
Yeah.
Well, actually, to do Dancing with the Stars, my mom is a huge fan. She actually wants to come on one of these cruises. And she's a huge fan of the show. She has her own notebook, and she writes her own marks and gives her own scores throughout the class. And that's all I really knew about the show. And then around Mother's Day, the season before I was on, I was like, oh, I know a great Mother's Day gift. I'll take her to the taping of Dancing with the Stars. So I called my agent, and my agent actually was like, hey, well, they're actually interested in maybe having you on the show. This would be awesome. Perfect. Stars just kind of aligned, and dancing has just been so much fun. I've loved every minute of Dancing with the Stars. I feel like I've done everything you can possibly do with it. I was in Vegas with it. I went on it twice, and now I'm doing these cruises, and it's so much fun. I came and watched the classes earlier today, and I just love how much everyone enjoys themselves, especially getting to see couples dance together. It is absolutely amazing. So I just really love to perform and dance.
Do you ladies like to dance? Yeah. Good job. Keep it up. Up there, to our right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
You work so hard.
Right into the microphone for us.
You work so hard to develop your skills. Other than these cruises and the things that you just said, how are you using your dance skills?
Oh, well, I'm using them to meet people at nightclubs. Once they see my cha-cha, it's pretty much a done deal. Anybody else?
Could there possibly?
I think, just being able to kind of move your body and dance around and have fun. Weddings, it's great. It comes into play a lot of times at weddings, and definitely, at the club.
It is fantastic exercise, though, and I will say, doing the show, you always see this transformation of the stars that they, generally get really fit and they lose a lot of weight and they look amazing by the end of the season. And then when my season was over, I couldn't believe, I would sleep 8 hours and I'd wake up tired and my feet hurt for 6 months. But you're in fantastic shape, and it's a great workout. And if you're looking for something to stay active and keep moving, social dance lessons are phenomenal. And it's a perfect workout because you don't know you're working out, which is great.
Which is the ideal workout.
Yeah,
you don't know that
so.
you're doing it. Up in the balcony to the left.
This is for Kim. Can you tell us something about the costumes that you girls wear when you do those Latin dances? How do you keep everything from falling out?
There's kind of a lack of costume sometimes, I guess. But in the Latin dances, you want to feel sexy. That's why they're a little bit skimpy, I guess. I often use fringe with the Latin dances. That's because it gives you so much movement. And
It's a fringe benefit of that. I'm here every Thursday, try that.
But that's a really fun part of the show. Like Sabrina said, we sit down with the designers, we're very hands-on. We're coming with an inspiration, whether it's from a runway show or something from a magazine you see, and we sit down and create these incredible costumes. The designers are amazing, and the whole wardrobe department they have to come up with them in 4 days. So
right, and they make them from scratch. Even coming from the fashion world, that was something that was really surprising to me, that the pro will sit down with their celebrity partner and literally sketch out the dress, bring tear sheets, bring inspiration, because you're really telling the story of whatever that particular dance or song is. And then from scratch, in about 4 days, from concept to that first fitting, they're making complete outfits for both the star and the celebrity pro. And it's incredible. There's about 20 women that make all the gowns from scratch in the show, in the workroom,
Yeah.
at the studio in LA.
Sticking stone by stone.
By hand.
Yeah, by hand.
And some of those dresses have thousands of Swarovski crystals on that have been applied by hand. I think they go through like 50,000 crystals an episode,
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
which is more than I go through in a week, which is
Well,
staggering.
That's saying something.
There are quite a bit during dress rehearsals. There are quite a bit of
Yeah.
wardrobe malfunctions.
that's what I was going to say, because that's the first time we actually put the costume on to dancing.
So
is
they're
the dress rehearsal.
adding material maybe to your underparts.
Sometimes
you
they
know,
are adding a little bit,
or
yeah.
maybe trying to stick it in a little bit more. But like Sean said, those costumes are pretty much sewn onto our bodies, so that the least
Double
amount of
sided tape.
wardrobe malfunctions do happen.
We
I'm
actually
still wearing mine, actually.
this is a bit of an inside scoop for you guys. We have pedal checks. I don't know if you're familiar with pedals, which little pasty things. We have to wear them, and before the show,
They
the producer
literally
will
come
come
up to
and
you.
say, "Show me your pedals," and you literally
Right.
have to show that you've got your pedals on.
And there's
That
a
was
lot of
shocking.
imposter
That was
pedal
shocking.
checkers. There's a lot of imposter pedal checkers.
Right.
You have to ask them for ID before they, may I see your pedals, ma'am? Don't try it on the ship.
Tristan and I got that covered. We're all right. We got it. All right, right here in the middle.
Well, I was wondering, outside of the physical benefits of dancing and how people lose weight and tone up, what are the financial remunerations for the dancers and the stars that might make it to the finals and those that don't?
I have a list right here of Go ahead, Kim, tell them.
Well, it actually, you start off, and then as the farther you go, the more it does end up kind of going up and stuff. But by the time you're on it doesn't, that really goes away. It's more like, I want to learn a mambo. Like once you start dancing, it's like you see other people's dances. Like
Yeah.
I've always was so bummed I never stayed on long enough to do an Argentine tango, and I'm just dying to do one. So Kim, if you could whip that up for me, that would be great.
Okay, I'll sort that out. Yeah.
I just like the free spray tan every week.
Yeah,
It's
that-
I'm saving thousands on spray tanning.
No, but it's week by week, and once you do start the show, you do it really for the love. Obviously, we get paid, we do. But I think as a dancer, you go into dancing to do it for the love of it. It's not really, a career you do to be, the richest person in the world. So we do it because we love it, and I feel so lucky that I get to do what I love for a living and get paid for it. So
And to be
it's the
part
best
of
job.
Dancing with the Stars, it is worldwide the #1 show on television. So to be a part of it is absolutely amazing.
And like I said, it is at the end of the day, we do love it, of course, that's the reason we do it. But also it is our job, you know what I mean? And we are teachers of something. So so that's what we do all the time.
Yeah.
And I think what can be forgotten sometimes as well is that we have to train in this just like everybody else, So for maybe, well, I'm 30 now, so I started this show at 27. So for 27 years, I paid to become a dancer, and I put the hours in. Again, it wasn't a financial thing for me at the time because I was only a child, but it certainly was a financial thing for my family and for everyone's family to be involved in, just like anything is, So granted, we're reaping the benefits of our hard work now, but also the finances. It feels a bit nice to be able to give back to our family who lost so much for us to get to this stage where we are.
Good answer, sir. All right, just over to our right.
For our stars, what was the most surprising thing you experienced while on the show?
Ooh, for the most surprising, I don't know. I think the greatest thing about the show is that you're thrown together with this group of people that you would never be with. Like, I'm sitting having lunch with Nancy Grace and David Arquette, and I'm like, it's like a weird first day of middle school. What do you do? So that's really cool. That's a great experience. And also working with the pros, like I said before. I'm really involved in equestrian sports, and I show horses for fun, and I know how important it is to work with the best people. And working with world-class people is also you don't really realize it till you get there and you're like, wow, I'm working with the absolute best people in the field.
It is actually, the cast is probably the most surprising how you do get really close. I mean, I got